CK crew, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chantel, and for today's video we will be having episode 3 of Conversations with Chantel. And today's topic is all about self-care. Since we are in a new season, it is the perfect time to revamp your self-care routine or start a brand new one. So if you see me looking down, because I'm looking at my notes, I don't want to forget any good information to give you guys. So let's get started. First thing I want to talk about is how to start a self-care routine. Self-care means listening to your body, taking moments to check in, intentionally tuning into the thoughts going on in your mind and body, and challenging your behaviors and belief systems. If things feel out of alignment in your life, adopting a self-care routine can improve your life drastically. Believe me, trust me, I know firsthand experience. Now I want to discuss 5 steps to create a self-care routine. Step 1. Find what makes you feel centered. Make a list of things that bring you joy. It could be something as small as going for a walk every day, or reading books, or maybe donating your time to volunteer somewhere. Just whatever brings you joy, make a list of it. Step 2. Brainstorm how you can add those things into your daily life. Starting small may make the habit easier to get into, so try adding just one self-care practice at first. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, especially if you're new to creating a self-care routine altogether. I feel like if you try to add too many things at once, it definitely could overwhelm you or cause you to have anxiety, and that may deter you from even wanting to continue with a self-care routine. Step 3. Set goals for self-care daily. Once you decide what self-care practice you like to try, come up with goals of how often and when. Make your goal realistic and attainable. Again, if we start too big too soon, it can just cause us so much grief and overwhelming feeling, because we want to set goals that we know that we can accomplish and that are attainable within our lifestyle. Obviously, when we achieve goals and accomplish them, that makes us feel great, right? Step 4. Find support. To keep your self-care practices sustainable, rely on your support system. Find people who engage in the same self-care activities as you, so you guys can do them together. So for instance, if you like painting, maybe you can find a group of friends that you guys can do like sip and paint nights. Or if you like to journal, maybe a group of your friends can get together and have quiet time over coffee or tea and journal your thoughts. Just be sure that if you are surrounding yourself with people, that they are doing the same self-care activity as you. It makes it easier, and it makes it helpful that you will want to be consistent because you have a partner to do it with. Step 5. Adjust your approach as you go. Self-care is all about trial and error and finding what works best for you. So you don't want to start something and then feel like you have to continue it for the rest of your life. I feel like each season that a person goes through, we may need a new self-care activity. It doesn't have to be working out all the time, journaling, reading, spending time with friends, whatever it is. As long as you're doing something that helps you feel centered at your core. And it's okay to change. It's okay if something worked for you for the first 3 months of the year and now it doesn't. You don't have to keep it up. Remember, it's just trial and error, and find what works for you and your lifestyle. And remember also, don't compare what you see someone else doing, because we're all different. We all go through different emotions, different feelings, different seasons, different issues in life. So just focus on what works best for you. Now quickly, I'm going to list the 5 steps again. So step 1, Find what makes you feel centered. Step 2, brainstorm how you can add those things into your daily life. Step 3, set goals for self-care daily. Step 4, find support. And the last one, step 5, adjust your approach as you go. If you take the time for even just a few minutes of daily self-care, you will be able to show up for the world from a place of inner peace. And I know that to be true. When I was going through rough seasons in my life and I wasn't actively doing anything to make myself better or to work on a self-care routine, there was no way I could show up in the world or for my family or from my friends and truly be able to engage and be some sort of inspiration or encouragement, because I wasn't taking care of myself. So if you don't take care of yourself, realistically, how can you take care of other people? Now, moving right along, I want to share some self-care tips with you guys. A lot of these tips I personally do, and I feel like I have seen a major difference in my life. So I just want to share them with you guys. Get regular exercise daily. I love to do this. I'm on a kind of healthier lifestyle journey. I'm just trying to be healthier all around, and of course I want to lose a little bit of weight. But I like to meditate and do yoga in the mornings, like before I start my work day, and it just kind of clears my mind and gets me ready for my day. And then after work, either in the evenings or late afternoons, I do cardio. I've been committed to running on my treadmill every day. So those two things really help me. The next step, eat healthy, stay hydrated. I am always staying hydrated, drinking water. I'm working on the eating healthier and incorporating more veggies and fruits in my diet. Work in progress on that, but definitely eat healthy and stay hydrated will definitely help you. Make sleep a priority. This one is a must-have. I am no good if I do not get my sleep. I love to have a good night's rest, so I make it a priority every night. No matter what is going on, I'm going to bed at a decent time so that I can fully get all my rest out and wake up feeling refreshed, renewed, and refocused. The next tip is try a relaxing activity. For me, I like to journal. I love to read. I love to paint. I love to color. I have an adult coloring book, and it just relaxes me. It brings me peace, and I try to do one activity a day if possible after work, depending on how like my time permits it, but I definitely try to do one activity a day. Set goals and priorities. We are all busy. We all have family, friends, businesses, 9-to-5s, whatever it is, kids. So it's important that we are setting goals, being intentional with setting them, and being intentional with accomplishing them. Everything isn't a priority. So it's important that whatever is top one for you, that you take that seriously and try to get that done first. The next tip is practice gratitude. This is another thing I've been doing every morning. After my morning Bible study, I write in my gratitude journal 5 things I'm grateful for every morning. And it just helps me put things in perspective and remember how blessed I truly am, no matter what is going on in the world or what is going on around me. Just always stay centered and close to God and know that I am blessed. The next tip is focus on positivity. Again, this one can be a little tough at times, I will admit. I mean, even just from like watching the news on a daily, like it's so much stuff going on in the world. It's sometimes hard to see the good or see the positive, but I do believe that there is something positive in every day. It could be just one thing, and whatever that one thing and on that particular day that is positive, focus on it. Don't focus on anything else. Try your best to block out the negativity, which I know sometimes that's hard to do, but really try and focus on the positive things in your life. and what is going good for you. The last tip is stay connected. I think this one is a good one because I feel like when we're going through stuff, if you're like me, sometimes I tend to isolate myself from people when I'm not like feeling my best or I'm going through things. And sometimes that can be helpful, but sometimes it can make things worse. So just reach out to a friend every now and then, a family member. It doesn't have to be on a daily basis, but just stay connected to your core group of friends and your core group of family. They are here to help you. Now, the last thing I want to discuss about self-care is the 7 pillars of self-care. So number 1 is mental. Take a break. If you are working, take, if you can, 10 to 15 minutes to drink some water, go outside, mentally just shut down for a second. Don't allow yourself to become so consumed and overwhelmed. It is okay to rest. It is okay to take a break. Number 2, emotional. Practice mindfulness. Always be aware of how you're feeling, what you're feeling, and why. There's always a why to it. It's not that you're just sad today or just mad today or you're feeling frustrated. It's a reason. So be mindful, and also be mindful of what you're putting into your body. Physically, like what you're eating, what you're drinking, but also what you're reading, what you're listening to, what are you watching. Number 3, physical. Exercise, drink water, and eat healthy. Of course, that's going to make you just feel better overall from the inside out. Number 4, environmental. Connect with nature. I love going on walks. It's just very calming and peaceful. Sometimes I play music, sometimes I don't. I just try to take in the scenery and listen to the birds chirping, things like that, because it's really calming and peaceful. Number 5, spiritual. Pray, meditate, and engage in self-reflection. Like I mentioned, I meditate every morning, and it definitely helps. I also pray every morning. I mean, I pray multiple times throughout the day because, you know, life be lifing sometimes. And I also try to self-reflect as much as possible. I always want to be aware of my behaviors and my actions, and if I'm the cause of any negativity going on around me or in my life. So self-reflection is always a good thing to do. Number 6, recreational. Listen to a podcast, read a book. I read daily. Reading is one of like my favorite hobbies to do of all time. So reading is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. I also enjoy listening to podcasts as well. Sometimes I listen to them just like relaxing in a chair or on my bed. And other times I listen to them while I work out. And the last one, social. Call, text a friend. Go have some dinner, have a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you like, and just catch up. It doesn't have to be a big to-do. It doesn't have to be, you know, expensive or anything like that. It could be just going for a walk with your best guy pal or your best girl pal, and just staying connected so that you guys both can help each other on this self-care journey. I hope that these tips and this information was helpful. Let me know in the comments what activities you guys do for your self-care routine. I would love to know. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow my blog, chantelkiana.com, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!